Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon,
I welcome one and only join here accepting our invitation. Today, NCDC is conducting a webinar on topic getting goals without stress. On behalf of management, I would like to express my gratitude to Baba Alexander Sir for all the efforts he had taken to conduct a lot of webinars like this and actively guiding us to develop our English. Webinar is leading forward by the Focus Fairies Circle under NCDC. I heartily welcome the team Focus Fairies leaders, Shakila ma'am, Jyoti ma'am, and Sabita ma'am. I think I don't need to introduce much about NCDC as you all are very well known about NCDC and its activities. NCDC is a New Delhi-based leading national organization established to promote women and child welfare and ensure child education in India. Various recognized courses are being conducted on the auspices of NCDC to promote scientific and psychologically modeled child education on par with international standards and specifications. Okay, like to start the program with a refreshing mind, I welcome Preet Pradhan, a very talented boy, Preet from UP. He was one of our participants in our special program conducted. He was very enthusiastically waiting to perform welcome prayer dance. Welcome, Preet. Welcome, please.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone.
hello, sir.
Good afternoon, Preet. Welcome.
Good afternoon,
Hello, sir.
all.
Please.
Firstly, thank you for this opportunity, NCDC, for prepare dance.
Please start, Preet.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please 1 minute only.
Wow. Super, super,
Wow.
super.
Super. Super.
Super, super,
What a
Preet.
mind-blowing performance. Super, Preet. Super.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Well done,
Next.
Preet. Good. It was a good one. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next, I feel honored to have with us Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Shehin Shaji, Research Scholar, Department of Political Science, St. Thomas College, Pala. His Excellency, Mr. Shehin Sir, you hardly need any introduction. The man of distinct vision and fountain head of illuminating ideas and idol of knowledge and experience and inspiration to all of us is here today to lead the class. I humbly inviting Sir. Sir, please.
Okay. As ma'am has introduced me, first of all, thank you very much, NCDC and the Focus Fairies Circle for giving me this opportunity to conduct this webinar. And thank you, Baba Alexander Sir, for your missionary activities in the circle for enhancing child education and their development and then in languages, etc. So I would like to heartily send wishes from my side to him as well. So introducing me first myself, I'm Shehin from St. Thomas College, Palai. I'm a research scholar there. I live in currently I live in Etumanur, Kottayam, but basically I come from Kollam. It's a small town in district of Kollam and in Kerala. I had my school education in Navti Public and utilizing, but I had to switch to private education due to my physical disability issues. And I did in a private institution called as Shaji College in Kollam. And from there, I completed my 10th and plus 2. And that means my higher secondary education. And since then, I've been living here in Kottayam and did my graduation and post-graduation and cracked UGC and JRF in 2019 in political science and joined research in my campus itself, that is St. Thomas College, College. So that is a brief overall bio about me, and my interests include reading books, especially written by Dr. Kalam. I see him as my personal mentor. Anything down happens or any sort of like when my mood goes down, I just read his books and get refreshed. And yesterday was his birthday. He would have been 90 by yesterday, and we celebrated as International Students Day all over the world. So happy birthday to Dr. Kalam. And so the topic I've been given here is how to manage goals without stress. If somebody can define what is a goal according to your personal definition, that will be fine. What do you see as a goal? Any of the participants can get an insight of what do you mean by goal. മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുമ്പോൾ ലക്ഷ്യം എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. എന്തായിരിക്കണം ഒരു ലക്ഷ്യം? അതിനെ എങ്ങനെ ഒരു സ്ട്രെസ് ഇല്ലാതെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടില്ലാതെ നമുക്ക് നേടിയെടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ we will have to look at it in a long-term perspective and in a short-term perspective. When I would like to quote an extract from an incident of Dr. Kalam himself. 1979, when we fired the first missile, SLV-3, the first time it was a failure because he bypassed the system and he gave the go order. That means to shoot the missile into the orbit, and the computer showed an error, don't shoot, but he took a decision to bypass the computer and to send the missile into the orbit, and it turned out to be a failure for him. It was rather than going into the orbit, it was like fire into the Bay of Bengal. And this I'm quoting it from the Wings of Fire, because every human beings in certain stages of life, rather than will go through a challenge, and it is our duty to achieve it without facing any stress. That is what I was coming to, because in life we will be stressed out, lot of things will be bothering us, our studies, even if it is family, even if it is exams, everything is is moving, and the world is moving at a fast pace, so we'll be facing a lot of stress. So let's see how can uh, do it without facing much of a stress. So my idea is simple. You'll have to plan properly. A plan should be there for achieving a target. Uh, by mean a goal, I mean a goal. So you have to begin with an end in mind. A famous book written by Stephen R. Covey, and that is Seven Habits of Highly Successful People. They said that in his, there he's quoting about the seven principles. It says that you have to have a end in mind. നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം തുടങ്ങുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും അതിനെ എങ്ങനെ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കണമെന്ന് നമുക്കൊരു കൃത്യമായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു പ്ലാനിങ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. എന്നാൽ മാത്രമേ നമ്മുടെ അത് ഷോർട്ട് ടേം ഗോൾ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, ലോങ് ടേം ഗോൾ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, ചിലപ്പം നമുക്ക് 10 വർഷം കൊണ്ടൊരു കാര്യം ചെയ്ത് എടുക്കണം എന്നുള്ളതായിരിക്കും. വിത്തിൻ 10 years we have to do a particular goal. അതായിരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ലോങ് ടേം ഗോൾ. So in that, when we start a project, for me, while I was preparing for UPSC and the UGC, my initial goal was to do it in a year. അപ്പോ അതെങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യണമെന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്കൊരു പ്ലാനിങ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. I would like to advise you guys that you have to include a short-term plan and as well as a long-term plan. But the thing is simple, that you do have to manage time. You have to know how to manage time. അതായത് എല്ലാവർക്കും കിട്ടുന്ന, we have equally 24 hours a day. So that is how we have to plan it accordingly. Suppose a person wakes up at 8 o'clock and he sleeps for 8 hours, the rest of the remaining time is 16 hours a day. And the 16 hours, if he's a student or if he's a working professional, he's working for continuous 8 hours, he has still got 8 hours left in him. And within that 8 hours, how we utilize those 8 hours will definitely take you to achieving the goal with consistent hard work and perseverance. And somebody has unmuted this. So the point I was trying to convey here is we have to know how to plan a goal, then put a timetable and work it accordingly, put a time frame. That is one thing. So the point number one is to get into a goal without stress is that knowing to manage your time properly. So any doubts till now, you can convey to me, or else we will move to the next one. You can type in also. Let's engage with the those who are in the session. It is like I'm sounding a bit monotonous, or else I'll move forward.
Yes, sir. Please move forward.
Okay, that is one thing. That time management is one thing that I have told you, that everyone gets 24 hours. So manage it according to through creating a timetable or noting down your points and what to do. Plan accordingly. Next thing is that strength SWOT analysis. What my teachers told me is that you have to do a SWOT analysis. You have to know the strength, you have to know the weaknesses, you have to know the opportunity, and you have to know the threats involved in it. So by doing so, you will be able to focus on your strength. If somebody is preparing for a competitive exam, let's say if your goal is a competitive exam, you want to pass any of the upcoming your graduation, let's say your graduation exam, you have to score nice marks. So what will be the point I would like to convey to you is that you have to have a like strength. If you are good at any of the particular subject, play by your strength. If you're having a particular weaknesses, just work on your weaknesses, and what is your opportunity in that, work according to it, and eliminate the threats by working on your strength and your weaknesses. So that is about the SWOT analysis. Let's say for a competitive exams, like if any of you must have attempted the competitive exams, you have to study a lot. Let's say UPSC, or a state PCS exams. So you have to manage it like there will be lot of subjects, and you'll be good at, sometimes you'll be good at history. So that history is acting as your strength. You might be weak in economics, so you have to work according to the plan in economics because you are weak at economics, and there is an opportunity in current affairs. So analyze that opportunity and work in your current affairs. And the threat might be something else that you don't know, like I said earlier, that you don't know how to manage time. So that might act as a threat of achieving your goals. So do the SWOT analysis properly. That might be a indicator that you are doing it properly. So time management and SWOT analysis becomes your 2 points of getting into your target, or your, let's say, your so-called goal. And number three, what I would like to put in paper is the intrapersonal communication within yourself. You have to do a communication with yourself. That means each day we have to spend and reflect how we do it. Like how was our day? We have to reflect. Even if it is student, if there's a young student, and we'll have to do it by, did I do my homework? Did I do my assignments? Did I perform well inside the class? Was I able to perform the duties assigned to me properly? How was my total day today? You'll have to reflect it intrapersonally, and you'll have to reflect the entire day. And if it is going well, you are on the right path of achieving your goal. So I have given you 3-point formula. The one is the time management, one is the SWOT analysis, and one is intrapersonal communication. And number 4, the second part of our seminar is that to achieve the goals without stress. And talking about the stress, a person or a working professional that is working has to do maybe 8 hours of work. Children has to go to school for 6 hours. Basically, they're getting the minimum of 7 hours left with them, and you'll have to manage accordingly. So one thing I would like to tell you is that do something different. Maybe after work you can go out for a walk, and or listen to music, or read some classical novels, like one novel which we call is Paulo Coelho's novel. I forget its name, or let's say uh, the books, autobiographies of inspirational people, and things like that. So that will help you to stress out, refresh, and start working tomorrow, start as fresh for tomorrow. So for let's say let's take my case. In my case, what I do after class, or after long lengthy session of reading, writing, and after my research works, and I personally switch over all the things, and I just listen to music. That is it. I'm an ardent fan of A.R. Rahman, and the music that he composes allows me to break all the stresses. That means it is necessary that some sort of things are necessary. We'll have to read, or we'll have to watch movies. We'll have to enjoy some sports. We'll have to enjoy traveling. We'll have to do we can watch movies. Things like that will help you in achieving your dream. And so speaking about stress, and don't get stressed up. The point I was making here is, see what happens when you think too much. And don't keep on like putting a thing into your head for more than 10 minutes. If there is a problem, you'll have to. My teacher always face it. My teacher always told me that, see, all problems, if it is created by human beings, the solution itself is there in the human. അതായത് മനുഷ്യനാണ് ആ പ്രോബ്ലം ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത് എടുത്തതെങ്കിൽ അവനിൽ തന്നെ അതിനുള്ള പരിഹാരം ഉണ്ടെന്നാണ് എന്റെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എനിക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു തന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. So hope I conveyed the message. It was loud and clear. So if it is created by a human himself, the solution is there in the human itself. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു കാര്യത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾ കൂടുതൽ വറി ചെയ്യരുത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കാര്യം കുറെ നേരം ഇട്ടുകൊണ്ട് തല്ലിലിട്ട് ആലോചിക്കരുത്. That itself is the main point I would like to emphasize. So switching over, so these are the fourth and the fifth point I would like to convey to you is that after the strength analysis and time management and the interpersonal communication, don't overemphasize or overstress things. Don't think about a particular problem too much. If you are facing it, go for advice. Go for expert advice means I would like to bring in the fifth component, that is the advice of your elders, advice of your colleagues, advice of your teachers, etc. So coming to my case, see, I'm a research scholar now at the Department of Political Science, St. Thomas College, Pali. And before coming here, before being getting into these academic stuff like this, my pre age, that is like my teenage, before my teenage, I was very bad at my studies. I was very weak at mathematics. I was very weak at science. And how I managed all those things was that I was taken into CMC for my treatment. I was locomotively challenged by birth. I had this issue of rheumatoid arthritis, and I was like uh, having the pain of arthritis and in my hip, right hip. And at 8th standard, I was okay kind of student in class 1 to 4. But after 5th standard, because of this arthritis issue, I just lost focus in studies. So that affected me a lot. I just couldn't study because of the pain inflicted to arthritis. That is how after when in 8th standard, I got to know about this. My parents got to know about this hospital called the CMC. It is in Vellore. I was first admitted to the neurology department. From there, they identified that it is not a neuro problem; it is basically an ortho problem. And I came under the treatment of Dr. Visha. That is what I keep on stressing her name. The day I met her, things changed. She is the one. She is the one, along with my mother. Her name is Sabita. She's the one, along with her, changed me around. The 8 months, the 8 quality months that I spent with her got a mission inside me, got a vision inside me. And when I looked around the ward and the rooms of CMC, I find it that none uh, of the children, and being a pediatric ward, I was 14 at that time, and none of them, or rather, let's say, when compared to other kids, the problem that I had was very small. So there is nothing to be worried about or stressed about. So its problems are small. There is nothing big problems, or let's say the worst case scenario comes in for a human's case life. We live around for 70, 80 years. And in that 80 years, maybe 2 or 3 problems that might be a big problem comes to you only 3 or 4 times. Rest are all small problems, very small problems, minute things. So that is what I just ask you. Don't overemphasize things. So being at the ward, let's seeing the children around. I was 14 at that time. I saw children, that two girls were kids who are 4-year-old, 5-year-old, battling heavy diseases, life-threatening diseases. And in one of our conversations with Dr. Visha, she asked me, and my mother complained to her that he is not studying. He's very bad at studies. He's not focusing on the studies. And she asked me, and why don't we do it? Because you have a lot of time, you have a lot of enthusiasm. She asked me. Now I told I'm having difficulties in like getting focus. And after she said me that you will be fine, you will be acting good, your pain will be removed from your hip after the surgery. I said, right, ma'am, if you remove the pain, I will keep on working. I'll improve at my studies. And October 14th, I had my 2008. I had my surgeries in my hips, and what I don't know what magic she did. The pain was never there from 2008 to 18, like 21 for the past 10, 15 years. I'm going good, like health wise. And number two, I would like to mention one of my teachers, Balakrishnan. He's a he's a teacher there. Now he's working in Bikani DPAS public school, and he's a principal there. And during my educational times, like in my class 10th and 12th, I was, like I said earlier, I was in a private institution called Venus, Shadi's Venus, and it is a private institution run by a teacher called Shadi, and he used to come there. The person I told, Baleshan sir, he used to come there after finishing off the classes in the TKM school. He used to work at that point of time. He used to come riding all the way from one part of Kollam to teach me, and that too, I was only person who was doing and in the humanities group. The rest of them were commerce and science. So I had this this instinct in me to love social science. That means I had a special liking for social science. So I interacted with Dr. Kalam in 2012, and he asked me any reason you took political science as your graduate level subject, and it is like I said, sir, from fifth standard onwards, I have a special liking for the subject, and that is why I choose the stream. So these teachers had a special role to play in my life. So the sir which I was talking about he was like a free spirited man. He used to imbibe enthusiasm. He used to ooze in me confidence. He used to give a lot of appreciation for my works because I was good at that humanities team. So and that is one positive aspects that they always keep me motivated to achieve something. So at that point of time, it was my goal was that during my 10th and plus 2 level, it was my dream to score some above 90%. I aimed at 90%. I scored 80%. So that happened with me during my my higher secondary days. And after my higher secondary days, I joined my present camp, St. Thomas College, and Dr. K.K. Joss, a famous statistician in Department of Statistics, he was the principal there in St. Thomas College, Pale. And the basic idea was behind me getting enrolled in the graduation education was to give an attempt to civil service. So I wanted to give an attempt to civil service in 2016. So I enrolled in the graduation course in political science in St. Thomas. Owing my disability, I just had a doubt that whether they will admit me. But I scored 964 out of 1,200 in my HSC days. That was in my plus two, and he seen the marks and saw. Joseph said, "Well, no, there's no issues. You can join the course." And I still couldn't believe it. So that is one part of the positive side of the story. So things went well till now, and the problem started after the during the graduation level. So I used to write my examinations with the help of a scribe. One person used to write for me. I used to dictate it, and in my plus two and my 10th level, the scribe was there. But during the graduation level, the scribe was not in the university rule books of MD University. I don't know whether it was there. I was not given a scribe. Then I had my marks went down. So it was at the point system. We had the CBCS point system, and we needed 4 out of 4. It was spaced out of 4, and I was getting like 1.78, 1.942. So it hit me hard because a person who scored more than 900 marks scoring just 50%, it hit me hard, and I went through the most difficult phase of my life. That I lost interest in studying, and I just get through. I was just trying to get through my graduation days, and finally the college and the department and the principal sir and the vice principal sir and the HOD of political science. That time it was, if I remember it currently, it was K.K. Jose, yet another person, and my guide, my present day guide in PhD, and my tutor from my first degree days. He said to my parents that we can go to the court and get a order for writing the examination with the scribe. And finally, they gave me the permission. The court granted me the permission to write the examination. That means my final fifth and the sixth sem. That means my third year, I got the scribe. My first and the second year was wasted, and I couldn't score that much. And the average marks that I was scoring was around 50%. So third year, when they allotted me the scribe, the story changed, and I was able to score around let's say 3.31, something like that, out of 4. So that is yet another major problem without the availability of a scribe. That hit me hard, and it was a very problematic phase or a problematic scenario that I had to face. Then again, after 2017, like 2015, I passed out this my graduate course in political science, and 2015 itself, I joined the campus for my St. Thomas College again for my masters, and this time they had given me the scribe for the with the previous judgment with the for the four sems. That means my first year and the second year. I was able to do my uh, full course with the scribe, and I was able to score 3.31 out of 4 in my academics as a marks. And in 2017, I had given I started preparing from 2018 onwards. I started preparing for my UGC preparation. Seeing the teachers, seeing the confidence that they put in me, and the way they monitor the students to manage inside the campus, and reading from the books of Dr. Kalam, that a passion of teaching got into me, and I started. And my friend, Mr. Nitin, he's a faculty there in MG University department. He used to write in the UGC examination. His only agenda was to get the net examination done through. So he used to write, and I used to apply along with him. And one fine day, the results came, and he got awarded the net examination. He got the net cleared. He cleared the net in uh, uh, political science, and into that was I think like in 2017 or 18. And in December 2019, December 31st, I wrote the examination almost in September, and the results came out. I was awarded a JRF. I cracked 2019. I cracked the UGC examination with JRF. So along with my friends like Nathan, I started preparing, and in the first attempt he got cleared, and the third attempt I got cleared. So friends also play a very crucial role in your life. And I have a dear friend of mine, Rahul. He is working as a assistant producer in Flowers. He is the one, a dear friend who takes me out in my journeys. He accompanies me in my journeys, and we used to explore. There's no place in South India. In fact, I have covered almost all parts of South India. We used to travel around, and these are the factors that how I manage being stress free in my day to day activities. So the only point I was mentioning to the scenario is that once you have an aim in life, and you have a time management, and you do the things like have a focus. Once you're focused, and the only aim is to have you plan, and everything will follow. So everything of these plays a very crucial important. Your friends, family, and teachers, and your colleagues, those who are working with you, and it's that intrapersonal thing. And it's one of my teachers in an academy. His name is Siddharth Arora. He's a polity faculty. Once told me that professionals, they have only two deaths. That one, they become careless. Two, become they're arrogant. And he was referring to the persons who are working in public service and sports persons. One, they become careless and arrogant. There is only a two deaths that is happening to a professional. Other than that, we should all strive for excellence, and we should have that uh, the ability to improve yourself. You have to compete within yourself, not with your friends or colleagues. Your aim, or our aim rather, should be to have this strive. That means improve from yesterday. What went wrong yesterday, you'll have to uh, correct it today. And the one of the methodology that I use to be stressed or to achieve the goals that you have in life is being doing the things, enjoying the things, or loving the things that you do. The when I sit in my teacher's class, they hold whole Department of Political Science, the teachers there in the St. Thomas College, we have to do 30, 40 papers in 3 years there. I try to maintain and I enjoy studying this. There are certain papers like Indian government and politics in political science or political thought and things like that. I enjoy studying that. So basic thing of being stress free is that never get tired is that you have to enjoy things that you do. You have to do it at 100% commitment. So that is the things that you'll have to do and like achieve your life goals. And you'll have to have a backup plan. The backup plan is that suppose I didn't get through a particular goal or I didn't achieve a particular goal. The next thing that you have to do is that either look for a backup, back it up with something else, or else go for it again, try it again. Because and take an example of the candidates there. The recent UPSC, the prelims was like conducted on the 10th of October 2021, and the previous attempts also, the candidates who are cracking the examinations at their fourth attempt, fifth attempt, they could have easily quit the preparation. We should have that hard work mentality of hard work and perseverance and the ability to persist with the grit and the determination to persist yourself and achieve your target. Don't quit. We lose only when we say that okay, I quit. There is otherwise there is no defeat in you. So the things that I was trying to put together in the past, like it's all like 2:50, it's almost like 3 o'clock. So in the last 1 hour, I was trying to maintain. Like what I was trying to do was like you have to have a goal for your life. You have to persist with it. You will be forces will be acting against you. But one of the quotes that really inspires me is that if your will and the wish is there, or your the uh, target that you're maintaining that is so dear that you want to achieve it, the whole universe will conspire against you, for you to and help you to achieve your goal. So if you got any questions, you can shoot your questions or doubts. So we can have a mutual, which is becoming a little bit of a monotonous preparation, like a speech here. I would like some of the participants to argue with it, counter argue with it. So any doubts, you can shoot.
Thank you, sir. I have one small doubt. See, what are the forces, the external forces have you seen which is working against their goals? Some
See,
common forces, no? We can say.
Common forces, ma'am. What I have in my scenario, the disability that I had, at some point of time, it was like I felt very really awkward that I couldn't go out being I enjoyed spending time in the library and things like that, reading, or I enjoy going out. There might be places that are inaccessible to to persons like us. So that acted me as a like some sort of external force that is preventing me from going like. And the students has this habit of going to their teachers after the class, running after the teachers after the class. So my at that I noticed it in my school days. So I couldn't do that. So move on. You have connections, internet facility. You can watch it through YouTube. There's no, you can do it. So the external fact, and the other thing that I found was during my preparation for UPSC was like, the writing ability. Due to my bad handwriting, that is what I'm very bad at writing. My handwriting is very pathetic, to be honest. So that is one thing that every time you make a lecture, it goes the one way or the other way, and that is the problem with the arthritis. So there will be things that will be conspiring against you, or maybe you will have to work because of that problems in your family. You'll have to work. Let's say a lot of students, so they are finding it. They're doing part-time job to run their family. I know people who do it. And they have to divert time for that. So that is why I emphasized on the time management. If you're my teacher, one more teacher I would like to mention, his name was Andrews. He told me that Shehin, please focus on your time management, and the things like family management and money management will follow. If you know how to manage time, you definitely, there's one thing that the time and the money management and your family management will be automatically followed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Kiran, any for Sajina ma'am, Rija ma'am, or after the session you can do the interactive part, no?
Okay, ma'am.
Any
Hope
doubt? No, now sir is
Hope
asking.
everyone was very well involved in Shehin Sir class. So now it's your turn. If anyone from the participants have any doubt or need
And
further clarification,
let me say one more thing. I saw
okay.
you are pre-primary teachers, and I would like to share one more experience from my side. While I was doing my fifth standard, remember, standard, I was 10 years at that time. I was studying at Navdeep Public, my school. So teachers, uh, uh, one of my teachers, I'm not naming her personally, the teachers used to bully the kids. Okay, that is one part of the very like schools. Many schools, they have this habit of showing your temper to the kids. I am mentioning about the 2004, 2005 at that point of time. This please, as teachers, never do that. Like I'm suggesting it to you, you can keep it. Like whenever you are in a class, please maintain that spirit. You are engaging with the kids who will be making this country like bright for today and tomorrow. It is up to them. I am in my early 20, like I'm past 25, I'm 27. So the kids that are coming up, that 10 years, you are be catching up with the kids that are 4 years, 8 years, 9 years. They'll be 3 years, 10 years, and things like that. So maintain that attitude of a positivity towards them. Inquire about their problems. If this, let's say, for third standard kids, is not good at English, and it's a responsibility to inquire about the problem, not take a cane. ചൂരലെടുത്തിട്ട് തല്ലുകയല്ല വേണ്ടത്. അവരുടെ ചോദിക്കണം, എന്താ മോനെ പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത, എന്താ നിനക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിന് മാർക്ക് കുറയുന്നതെന്ന് ചോദിക്കണം. അതാണ് ഒരു ടീച്ചറിന്റെ റെസ്പോൺസിബിലിറ്റി. ആൻഡ് മെനി ഓഫ് ദ സ്കൂൾസ്, especially that PGT teachers, you know, my personal view, the school management also sees it as an opportunity. They'll be fixing their salary so low, 20,000, 25,000, 15,000, because B.Ed, MA, B.Ed teachers, they'll be getting paid very less, and they'll be making them run the school like hell. Lot of jobs they'll have to do, and I also feel for them. You know, so it is, as teachers, please ensure that you support your kids, see them as your own kids, ask them what is the scenario, why are you not studying. You know, I was very bad at maths, not because the teacher, I was like, it's not because the teacher who didn't know the like, he was a very good teacher in Kollam, but still I was very bad at maths, physics, chemistry, and biology. So you can see my range. I'm only good at social science. So it is your duty, because the problem I faced was, you know, uh, let's take a simple example. uh, Average, you can give the student a problem of average and tell them the methodology to solve the problem. But I still, still now, I don't know what, till now, or after starting the UPSC preparation only, I came to know, which I was supposed to study in fourth standard. I studied in my graduation level. Average is used to, the purpose of average, that we use average to find out this. This is the purpose really, uh, that average serves in maths. So we have to give both the theoretical foundation and the practical foundation. And one more thing I would like to emphasize is that, with special reference to teachers, is that you know, that is one point I do with regarding to your practicability. Sometimes you will have to work on with children coming from different sessions of the society. Some may be very good at, they'll having a very good IQ. They'll be able to catch the what you're conveying to them very sharply. Some will be down, so never differentiate with your kids. So look at him, don't compare with him between the two students. Just ask him, improve yourself. Try to make it. Sometimes as kid, as me, I used to score 40 50s, so 40 to 50 marks. try them, advise them to improve that his marks, not compare with his peers. And so that is how the teachers, I would like to give a small suggestion is that treat, treat the students with enthusiasm, learn it, enjoy. That is what I was trying to convey. Enjoy your job, enjoy whatever you're doing, do it with the 100% commitment, 100% dedication, 100% grit, determination. Everything should be there, and the process becomes simple. In life, what my point is that in life, problems has to be there. What is the point of living life without problems? You'll have to face it. That is what I started with the class with Dr. Kalam's incident, 1979, India's first mission to space, to this SLV-3. It failed, and Dr. Satish Dhawan, he stepped in for Dr. Kalam, and he conducted the press conference. And 1980, they succeeded in firing that SLV-3 to the orbit. So problems will be there. There'll be friends, family, and all your colleagues will be there to support you. And never sit idle. Never sit idle. One advice that I would like to provide to the youth of today is that never sit idle. Never say you're tired, because I have known persons who are above 80s. For example, see Amitabh Bachchan, who's in his 80s, still is working as a Bollywood actress. He could have easily retired. Dr. Kalam, in 2015, he passed away during a session in Shillong. He was past 80 at that time. He was going from one place to another. He was conducting seminars. He was conducting lectures. He was doing huge things. So we are only in our 30s and 40s, and still people say, I am tired. Not today, only tomorrow. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ പറയരുത്. enthusiasm വേണം ലൈഫിൽ. എപ്പോഴും enthusiasm വേണം. ചാലഞ്ചസ് അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളൊരു ഗ്രിറ്റ് വേണം. അത് നമ്മൾ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യണം. അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ കിട്ടണ്ട, നമുക്ക് വേറെ വരും. സോ നെവർ സിറ്റ് ഐഡിൽ. ഡോണ്ട് വേസ്റ്റ് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസ്. വീട്ടുകാർക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള ഒരു പരിപാടിയാണ് പിള്ളേർക്ക് പഠിക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അവർ എന്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണെങ്കിലും സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്തോളൂ. അപ്പം ഐ വാസ് ഹാപ്പി ടു ഹാവ് സച്ച് എ പാരന്റ്സ്. മൈ ഫാദർ, വെൻ ഐ ആസ്ക്ഡ് മൈ father that I wanted to do preparation for UPSC, he said he had I think bare minimum knowledge about UPSC at that point of time, about the prelims. I'm talking about the technical aspects. So, and he said, go for it. I said, okay, fine. So, and I failed I failed my, as I told, the second paper, I couldn't do the 66, the marks required for clearing this exams. The pattern is like 200 marks for first paper, 200 marks for the second paper. You have to get mandatory 66 marks in the second paper. So without my mathematics and logical skills, I couldn't achieve that. So, and 2-3 times first time I failed in my first and second paper. Second time I cleared the first paper, failed in the second paper. And third time, again, the same happened. And fourth time I skip that exam without going for the exam. So problems happen, and the support should be there to support your system. Maintain them. Many of you must have watched the Fairies Of Ncdc movie of Amir Khan. That boy was Dashil Safari. The character of Dashil Safari is suffering from this dyslexia, and it doesn't allow you to focus at one particular point of things at one particular point of time. So as teachers, it is even I used to teach, and I, before clearing next, right now I'm going into my PhD works. I don't get much time there. So during my teachers, analyze this as students' problems should be asked. Pre-primary students especially, since ma'am told me that most of you are pre-primary, you're dealing with pre-primary kids. Boost their morale, teach them values. Who's a father? What is the duty of a father? What is the duty of a mother? How should be a brother? Rather than going for the algebraic expressions, teach them values, or the scientific expressions like Newton's law of gravitation. What will you do with it? Yeah, it's needed, but at a later point of time. As pre-primary, as you're getting a pre-primary, I'm focusing on that part. The children up to the 7th standard, 8th standard level, they'll have to do it. We'll have to give them value education. That is the need of the hour. You'll have to define to them what is the role of a mother, the struggles of a mother. You'll have to, നിങ്ങൾ ഒന്നും ചെയ്യണ്ട, ഒരു മാസം ഒരു ബുക്ക് വെച്ച് വാങ്ങിച്ചു കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. Don't allow these kids to play PUBG, then Free Fire, things like that. Give them a book, finish them, and ask them to read it 2.5 hours daily, and make notes of that. They'll be all done. They'll be bright. We'll get bright children for tomorrow to run this country. So that is what I would like to do, and I hope you got a clear-cut idea of what is the importance of being having a goal in life and how to manage your problems. These are all the advices I just tried to put together. The advices given to me by my teachers, by my uh, parents, and like my friends. What at that point of time, and the song that played at that when Preet did his dance. I see these people like Dr. Kalam, Dr. A.R. Rahman, the music Oscar-winning music director, and my campus, the teachers inside the campus in St. Thomas College, and things stuff like that. People like that allow me to achieve my have helped me to achieve my teams till now. I hope it continues, and it was a good platform. Thank you, NCDC, and Matt, for inviting me, Baba Alexander Sir, for his valuable efforts of putting together such a meeting, and I had a very good, energetic session, let's say, energetic session of doing this. So I'm very happy for you guys as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable suggestions. Next, I would like to invite Shakila ma'am for Thanksgiving. Ma'am, please join.
Yes, before that, I would like to ask Kiran
Yes,
or
ma'am.
any question or any queries to our Shehin sir. If you have,
No, ma'am.
okay.
I
Anyone else?
understand. It was very well speech given by Shehin Sir. I understand very well about the how to manage stress and how to manage the time. It was very well speech. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank
Kiran, you're from which part of India? I know that you're not a Malayali.
Yes, I'm from. I was in Delhi. Now I
You're
am
in,
at Kerala.
sorry?
I was at Delhi, sir.
Okay, you're from Delhi and you're at Kerala.
No. I am at Kerala. I was at Delhi.
Okay, fine, got it. Okay, Kiran, thank you.
Good
Thank
evening, sir.
Yes, and Shobha ma'am. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good
It's
evening,
my
ma'am.
privilege to give vote of thanks for today's.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry for the late response. I was trying to unmute myself. Thank you very much for the informative session, sir. You have shared your information, and really, definitely, I feel it will be helpful for the children.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Nice to be the part of this webinar.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Official vote of thanks from NCDC and from Focus Fairies of National Child Development Council. I would like to thank our Shehin sir with great respect that your speech was what we can say that enlightened with that motivation and all positive things, all the positive aspects of life you have shown to the youth. In spite of
Right.
all your limitations, how you have achieved the goals. It's a living
Yeah.
example in front of the youth. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
thank
ma'am. Pleasure.
Focus Fairies leaders, our Jyoti ma'am, and our Sabida ma'am, Rija ma'am, and today's anchor, Sajina ma'am, and
And
all.
special, ma'am, before I leave, I would like to give a special thanks to your friend, Ms. Shahina, ma'am. She's
Yes,
the
yes,
one who introduced me to you, and so I would
yes.
like to remember and thank you, Shahina, ma'am, for this opportunity, and thank you, NCDC and Baba Alexander, sir.
We
Yeah.
have seen a good write-up about you in Facebook by Shahina ma'am.
Yeah.
across it.
She's actually my teacher's friend. So yeah.
Yes, and our lovely Preet giving the prayer dance. Yes.
Yeah, Preet. Okay, thank you. One more thing, Preet. Okay, Preet, that song that you danced was sung by Shreya Ghoshal. She's one of my personal favorites in music, along with Dr. A.R. Rahman. So it was a completely positive start to the meeting. Thank you for your time, Preet, and the dance.
Thank you for your lovely performance, Preet.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you all the participants, and here our
Thank you.
Indu ma'am also here, Rija ma'am, Indu ma'am, Jyoti ma'am, Sabida ma'am, and our dear anchor Sajina ma'am. Thank you everyone for the wonderful participation.
Thank you.
Looking forward for participation again next time.
Definitely, ma'am. Pleasure.
Thank you, Shakila ma'am.
Thank you, everyone, once
Thank
again.
you.
So
Thank
should we
you.
leave the meeting, ma'am?
Yes,
Ma'am, can I take leave?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Let us wind up today's webinar, ma'am.
National anthem now, Rija
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am. Rija
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
please join to sing national anthem. Please share.